They told you that you're small, insignificant, a random accident in a meaningless universe. They told you that reality happens to you, that you're a passive observer in a world you have no control over. They told you to accept your circumstances, to be realistic, to stop dreaming so big. They lied. Not intentionally, perhaps, but they lied nonetheless. Because they didn't know about the observer effect. They didn't understand what quantum physics has proven beyond any shadow of a doubt. That you, the observer, are not separate from reality. You are reality. You are not witnessing creation. You are creation itself, happening in real time. Welcome. Today, we're going to explore the most empowering discovery in the history of science. A discovery so profound that it threatens every power structure, every limiting belief, every system designed to keep you small. We're going to talk about the quantum observer, and why you are infinitely more powerful than you've ever been taught. Let's start with an experiment. A simple experiment that changed everything. In 1927, physicists conducted what's now called the double-slit experiment. They fired individual electrons at a barrier with two slits. Common sense says each electron should go through one slit or the other, creating two bands on the detector screen behind the barrier. But that's not what happened. Instead, the electrons created an interference pattern, multiple bands, as if each single electron somehow went through both slits simultaneously and interfered with itself. The electrons were behaving like waves, not particles, existing in multiple places at once, in a state of superposition. Weird, but okay. Quantum particles are strange. We can accept that. But then, they added observation. They placed a detector at the slits to see which path each electron actually took. And the moment they did this, the moment they observed, everything changed. The interference pattern disappeared. The electrons stopped behaving like waves and started behaving like particles. They went through one slit or the other, not both. The act of observation, of human consciousness looking at the quantum system, fundamentally altered the behavior of reality itself. Let me be absolutely clear about what this means. This is not interpretation. This is not philosophy. This is not metaphysics. This is repeatable, measurable, observable fact. The experiment has been conducted thousands of times with the same result. When observed, quantum systems behave one way. When unobserved, they behave completely differently. Consciousness. Your consciousness changes physical reality at the most fundamental level. You are not a passive witness to a pre-existing universe. You are an active participant. You are the collapse function. You are the mechanism through which infinite possibility becomes definite actuality. Physicist John Wheeler, who worked alongside Einstein and Bohr, proposed something even more radical. He called it the participatory universe. Wheeler said we cannot separate the observer from the observed. There is no universe out there that exists independently of observation. The universe requires observers to exist at all. In Wheeler's words, we are participators in bringing into being not only the near and here, but the far away and long ago. Think about that. You're not just creating your present reality. According to quantum mechanics, your observation in the present moment literally reaches backward and forward in time, collapsing probability waves across the entire timeline of existence. Past, present, and future are not fixed. They're fluid. They're malleable. And your observation, your consciousness, is the sculptor. This is why you are so powerful. This is what they never taught you. SFX, subtle quantum shimmer effect. Now, I can already hear the skeptics. This only works at the quantum level. It doesn't apply to everyday reality. Electrons are not the same as cars and houses and bank accounts. And you know what? They're partially right. An electron is not the same as a car. But here's what they're missing. What is a car made of? Atoms. What are atoms made of? Subatomic particles. Electrons, protons, neutrons. What are those made of? Quantum fields. Vibrating patterns of energy in superposition until observed and collapsed into definite states. Everything in your reality, and I mean everything, is made of the same quantum stuff that responds to observation. The only difference between the microscopic quantum world and the macroscopic classical world is complexity and coherence. It's not a difference in kind. It's a difference in scale. Physicist Max Planck, the father of quantum theory, said it plainly. I regard consciousness as fundamental. I regard matter as derivative from consciousness. We cannot get behind consciousness. Everything that we talk about, everything that we regard as existing, postulates consciousness. Read that again. The man who won the Nobel Prize for discovering quantum mechanics said consciousness is fundamental, and matter is derivative, not the other way around. You were taught that matter creates consciousness, that your brain creates your awareness, that you're a biological machine that somehow developed the illusion of subjective experience. Quantum physics says the exact opposite. Consciousness is primary. Matter is secondary. Your awareness is not produced by your brain. Your brain is a focused expression of your awareness. You are not a body that has consciousness. You are consciousness that has a body. This completely inverts the power dynamic. If matter creates consciousness, then you're powerless. You're subject to material circumstances beyond your control. But if consciousness creates matter, if observation collapses quantum probabilities into physical reality, then you are literally the creator of your experience. Let's go deeper. Physicist Amit Goswami, former professor at the University of Oregon, wrote extensively about what he calls quantum activism. He argues that consciousness doesn't just observe reality. Consciousness chooses which reality to observe from infinite possibilities. Before observation, all possible outcomes exist in superposition. Your consciousness doesn't just collapse the wave. It collapses it toward the outcome that matches your conscious and subconscious expectations. This has been demonstrated experimentally. In studies on random number generators, simple quantum devices that produce truly random outcomes, researchers found the human intention can statistically bias the results. When people focus their attention and intention on the device, the random numbers become less random and more aligned with the intention. The Global Consciousness Project at Princeton University has been running experiments on this for over 20 years. They have random number generators placed all over the world, constantly generating quantum random data. And they found something astonishing. During major global events, when millions or billions of people focus their attention on the same thing, the random number generators show statistically significant deviations from randomness. September 11, 2001. The funeral of Princess Diana. the opening ceremony of the Olympics, major earthquakes and tsunamis. During these events, when collective human consciousness focuses intensely, the quantum randomness of reality itself becomes measurably less random. Consciousness is literally ordering chaos, creating pattern from probability. Now imagine what your individual consciousness is doing every single moment of every single day. You are observing trillions of quantum events, collapsing infinite possibilities into definite outcomes. And you're doing it unconsciously 99% of the time.
You're on autopilot,
Running old patterns,
old beliefs, old expectations.
and that's why your life looks the way it does. Not because you're powerless, but because you're unconsciously powerful. You're creating by default instead of by design. You're collapsing the same probability waves over and over again because you're observing from the same limited perspective. But what happens when you wake up? What happens when you become a conscious observer? When you become a conscious observer, everything changes. Because now you're not just reacting to reality. You're actively creating it. You're choosing which quantum possibilities to collapse into your experience. Let me give you a framework for understanding this. In quantum mechanics, there's something called the measurement problem. It goes like this. Before measurement, a quantum system exists in superposition of all possible states. After measurement, it exists in one definite state. But what counts as measurement? What qualifies as observation? For decades, physicists argued about this. Some said measurement requires a conscious observer. Others said any interaction with the environment counts as measurement. But here's what they eventually discovered. The quality of observation matters. Conscious, focused, intentional observation has a different effect than passive, unconscious observation. This is why meditation works. This is why visualization works. This is why focus and attention and intention are so powerful. When you consciously direct your awareness, when you observe reality with clear intention, you're not just collapsing random quantum possibilities. You're collapsing specific possibilities that align with your observation. Neuroscientist Dr. Joe Dispenza has been researching this for years. He takes people through intensive meditation and visualization practices, measuring their brain waves and bioelectromagnetic fields. And he's documented thousands of cases where people heal incurable diseases, manifest unexpected opportunities, and completely transform their circumstances by changing the way they observe reality. What's happening at the quantum level? These people are training themselves to become conscious observers. They're no longer unconsciously collapsing the same old probability waves based on past trauma, limiting beliefs, and conditioned expectations. They're intentionally collapsing new possibilities. Possibilities that didn't exist in their previous observation pattern.
Here's a crucial insight.
You cannot observe something you don't believe is possible. If your belief system says, "I can never be wealthy," or "I'll always be sick," or "love never works out for me," then those beliefs literally filter your observation. You will not see. You will not notice. You will not collapse quantum possibilities that contradict your beliefs. Your beliefs are like colored lenses over your eyes. They determine which frequencies of reality you can perceive and therefore which quantum states you can collapse. This is why belief change is so powerful. When you change a belief, you're not just changing your mind. You're changing which aspects of the quantum field you can observe and therefore which realities you can experience. The double-slit experiment proves this. The quantum system behaves differently based on observation. Your life system behaves differently based on your beliefs about observation. If you believe you're powerless, you'll observe events that confirm powerlessness, and those observations will collapse quantum probabilities that create more powerlessness. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy at the quantum level. But the moment you recognize your power as an observer, the moment you understand that you're not subject to reality but creative of reality, everything shifts. You start observing differently. You start noticing opportunities you never saw before. Synchronicities that were always there but invisible to your previous observation pattern. Physicist Henry Stapp, who worked at the Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory, put it this way: the new physics presents prima facie evidence that our human thoughts are linked to nature by non-local quantum mechanical connections. The human brain is a quantum mechanical device. Consciousness is the collapse function. Therefore, human consciousness shapes reality at the most fundamental level. This is not fringe science. This is mainstream quantum physics. The mathematics works. The experiments confirm it. The only reason this isn't taught in schools, the only reason you've been told you're powerless, is because a population that understands its creative power is impossible to control.
Think about it.
Every system of authority relies on you believing you're subject to external forces. That you need someone else to give you permission, resources, opportunities. That reality is fixed and you must adapt to it. But quantum physics proves the opposite. Reality is fluid. Reality is probability. And you, the conscious observer, are the one who decides which probabilities become real. So the question is, what are you going to observe? Let's make this practical. Because understanding your power as an observer is useless unless you know how to use it. Here's what quantum physics teaches us about conscious observation and reality creation.
First, attention is selection.
Every moment, there are infinite quantum possibilities available. You cannot observe all of them simultaneously. Your attention is a focusing mechanism. Whatever you give your attention to, you're selecting from the quantum field. You're saying this possibility, not that one. And the field responds by collapsing probabilities in alignment with your attention. This is why where you place your attention matters so much. If you focus on problems, you're selecting quantum states related to problems, and those are what collapse into your experience. If you focus on solutions, you're selecting different quantum states, and different realities manifest. This isn't positive thinking. This is quantum selection. Second, intention amplifies observation. Passive observation has power, yes. But intentional observation has exponentially more power. When you observe with clear intention, when you know what you want to collapse from the quantum field, you create what physicists call coherent observation. All aspects of your consciousness, conscious and subconscious, align in the same direction. This is like the difference between regular light and laser light. Regular light scatters in all directions.
Low power.
But laser light, where all photons are coherent, vibrating in phase with each other, can cut through steel. Your consciousness works the same way. Scattered, incoherent observation creates weak effects. Coherent, intentional observation creates powerful effects. Third, Expectation creates probability bias. This has been proven in quantum experiments. When researchers expect certain results, those results occur more frequently than probability predicts. This isn't measurement error. This is observation literally biasing quantum outcomes. Your expectations do the same thing. What you expect, you observe. What you observe, you collapse into reality. This is why people say, "I knew that would happen" when bad things occur.
They did know.
Because their expectation was observing that possibility in the quantum field, and their observation collapsed it into reality. But here's the key. If expectation can create negative outcomes, expectation can create positive outcomes with equal power. You just have to expect differently. Fourth, emotion intensifies collapse. Emotion is not just feeling. Emotion is energy in motion. When you observe reality with strong emotion, you're not just mentally observing. You're energetically broadcasting. You're sending electromagnetic signals into the quantum field that amplify your observation. This is why manifestation teachers always emphasize feeling. It's not metaphysical nonsense. It's quantum amplification. When you feel deep gratitude, joy, love, you're broadcasting coherent high-frequency signals that collapse quantum possibilities matching those frequencies. When you feel fear, anger, resentment, you're broadcasting incoherent low-frequency signals that collapse different possibilities. Your emotions are quantum tuning mechanisms.
Fifth, consistency compounds.
One conscious observation is powerful. 1,000 conscious observations are exponentially more powerful. This is why daily practice matters. Every time you consciously observe reality the way you want it to be. Every time you intentionally collapse quantum probabilities aligned with your desired outcome. You're building momentum at the quantum level. Think of it like carving a river. One drop of water has minimal effect. But millions of drops, consistently flowing in the same direction, carve canyons through solid rock. Your repeated observations work the same way. Each one alone might seem insignificant. But together, consistently, they reshape the entire landscape of your reality. And here's something profound that Wheeler discovered. Your observation doesn't just affect the present. It affects the past and future simultaneously. Quantum experiments have shown that present observation can change the recorded past.
Not by time travel,
but by collapsing probability waves that extend backward and forward through time. This means when you change your observation now, you're not just creating a new future. You're literally collapsing a different past. The meaning of past events shifts. The significance changes. What seemed like a devastating failure becomes a necessary lesson. What seemed random becomes meaningful synchronicity. Your present observation retroactively creates the past that leads to your desired future. This is why healing works. This is why people can resolve trauma, and suddenly their entire life story reorganizes into something different. They're not changing what happened. They're changing their observation of what happened. And at the quantum level, changing observation changes reality. Past, present, and future are one continuous quantum system. And you, the observer, are the one who decides what it means. You are not a victim of your past. You are the conscious observer of your past, and your observation creates what that past means in your present reality. So let's bring this full circle. You are the quantum observer. Not metaphorically.
not symbolically, literally.
Your consciousness is the mechanism through which infinite possibility becomes definite reality.
This is not belief.
This is not philosophy. This is physics.
Proven. Measured. Undeniable.
Every single moment of your life, you are collapsing quantum wave functions. You are selecting from infinite possibilities. You are creating the reality you experience. The only question is, are you doing it consciously or unconsciously? Are you observing by design or by default? Most people go through their entire lives on autopilot, unconsciously observing the same patterns over and over, collapsing the same limited possibilities, experiencing the same repetitive reality. And then they wonder why nothing changes. But nothing changes because they're not changing. Their observation is stuck in the same loop. But you, if you're still watching this, you're different. You're waking up.
You're becoming conscious.
You're recognizing your power. And that recognition itself is an act of observation that collapses new possibilities. The very fact that you now know you're an observer changes what you can observe. It changes what you can create. Here's what I want you to understand. You didn't attract this information by accident. At the quantum level, there are no accidents. Your consciousness was ready to observe this truth, and the universe, which is you, collapsed the probability wave that brought you here. You found this video because you were ready to remember who you are.
You are not small.
You are not insignificant. You are not powerless. You are the quantum observer. The collapse function. The mechanism through which source consciousness experiences itself in physical form. Every limitation you've accepted, every belief that told you you're not enough, those were just filters on your observation. And now you can remove them. Starting right now, you can observe differently. You can expect differently. You can intend differently. You can feel differently. And when you do, reality must respond. Not because you're forcing it, but because at the quantum level, the observer and the observed are one. When you change, reality changes. They're not separate events.
They're the same event.
So here's my challenge to you. For the next 24 hours, observe your life as if you're the creator, not the victim. Notice where you've been unconsciously selecting problems by focusing on them. Notice where you've been expecting limitation and therefore experiencing it. Notice where you've been emotionally broadcasting frequencies you don't actually want.
And then, shift your observation.
Focus on what you want to create, not what you want to avoid. Expect positive outcomes with the same certainty you used to expect negative ones. Broadcast emotions that match your desired reality, not emotions that match your current circumstances. For just 24 hours, observe like the quantum creator you are. Watch what happens. Because here's the thing about quantum observation. The effects are immediate. You don't have to wait weeks or months to see results. The moment you genuinely shift your observation, the quantum field responds. Synchronicities appear.
Opportunities emerge.
Resources materialize. Not magically, quantum mechanically. Werner Heisenberg, one of the founders of quantum mechanics, said this: "What we observe is not nature itself, but nature exposed to our method of questioning." Read that again. Reality gives you answers based on your questions. It shows you what you're looking for. It reflects your observation back to you. So what are you looking for? What are you questioning? What are you observing? Because whatever it is, that's what the quantum field will show you. Not because the universe is personal, but because you are the universe, experiencing itself. Observer and observed. Creator and creation.
1. This is your power. This is your truth.
This is what they never taught you in school. You are the quantum observer. And the quantum observer creates reality itself. If this information activated something in you, leave a comment below. Tell me what you're going to observe differently starting today. Subscribe to this channel for more quantum truth. Hit the notification bell because the next video goes even deeper into how to use your observer power practically and powerfully. And remember, right now in this moment, you are collapsing quantum wave functions. You are creating. So create consciously. Observe intentionally. Expect powerfully. You are not who they told you you were. You are infinitely more. You are the observer. You are the creator. You are the quantum field experiencing itself.
Welcome home.